Pope Benedict had a great devotion to Our Lady. He entrusted his pontificate, his priesthood to her. His first act after he was made Pope was to go to Germany in the summer of whatever that year was, 2006, and to go to World Youth Day. So there was over 1 million young people who came from all over the world to Cologne for World Youth Day. So he came for that. I was there. This group from Holy Cross, probably about 50, 60 teenagers to Germany, and that was a pretty wild experience. And we got there and we spent the week in Cologne doing all these different things. Going to different churches, hearing different speakers, traveling a little bit. It was really interesting and a lot of fun, most of it. So it was a challenge to keep all those kids corralled, but it was good. And the last day of it was the last 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, was a mass at this about 10 miles outside of town. This place called Marienfield, the Field of Mary, that they had built a huge hill at one end of it and put an altar up there, and this road that kind of went up to the top, and then there were these jumbotrons all over the place. And we had been assigned our square in the middle of all that. And we got to this little plot that we have, and we're about maybe a half a mile back from the stage, and we were midway. And we went and got our boxes of food and things, and it's Germany, and so they feed you like Germans, and they had these tubes of liver sausage or whatever you call that stuff. You know what I'm talking about. That it's just awful stuff, anyways, and nobody should eat it. And the kids didn't like it, so we played football with the tubes of liver sausage. It's great, but we got settled in. And it was mercifully a cloudy day because it was so hot. But then Pope Benedict showed up at the end of that Saturday evening, just as the sun was about to set, and the clouds just opened up. This beautiful color. It was amazing. And he comes in his Pope-mobile and drives around up and down the aisles, and it was like, whoa, it was crazy. Kids were just out of their minds. And drives up that little road to the top and gets out, and right away they vest him and they put the monstrance on this huge monstrance with the Blessed Sacrament. And we said, all right, everybody kneel down, and we're going to pray. We're going to pray. So we prayed, and then he got up and he spoke, and he said this. Young people, you are tempted to think that if you give God something, you will lose something, because that's how we think. If I give this up, then I don't have it. You give God something, you lose something. And he goes, pounded the podium. No, no, no. When you give God something, you lose nothing. When you give God something, you lose nothing, but gain everything, because he gives you himself, and he is everything. You give God something, you get everything. Marvelous. As the sun broke through the clouds and we kept company with Jesus. Now, Pope Benedict talked about the school of Our Lady, that we are all in the school of Our Lady. And what did we learn there? We learn exactly what we see here in this gospel today. Mary does three things in this gospel. She stays. Everybody's going to her. She stays. Everybody is coming to her. She keeps all these things in her heart. That's prayer. So she stays, she prays, and then she does what she was been told to do in regards to the 8 days and the circumcision and the name. So she obeys. The classroom of Our Lady, Mary is teaching us to stay, to pray, to obey. Stay in what sense? Stay in the moment. Stay where you are, in the moment. Live in the moment. Don't worry about yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow. Think about right where you are right now, and what is the Lord asking you to do right now in this moment. Stay there, and let the Lord show you what this moment of your life is for. Trust Him. His plan is always going to be better for you than the one you've got for yourself. Stay. Live in the moment. The grace of the present moment. Live in it. Trust it. Ponder these things in your heart. Pray. The things that happen to us in that moment, in the grace of the present moment, things happen. Ponder those things. Pray with those things. Ask the Lord to reveal to you how it is He lives and moves in your life in this moment to bring you to the place He wants you to be. Pray. And then finally obey. By staying in the grace of the present moment, by praying about it, now the Lord is going to tell you what to do with it, how to live your life with it. That's where the fruit comes from. And that's where the glory of our vocations come from. That's what we learn in the school of Our Lady. That when, like Mary, we give Jesus everything. We lose nothing but gain everything because He gives us Himself and He is everything. All right? That woman clothed with the sun as the clouds part and the sky becomes gorgeously a flower, revealing to us that which Mary reveals to us and teaches us and lives with us. Amen. So let's stand and pray.